Fiona, for that awesome introduction. I am so excited to trade with you and to continue to grow wealth with you and continue to build our businesses and networks together. It doesn't surprise me that we're on this journey together, and I'm just really excited. Also want to thank the woman that Fiona mentioned, Amina, who is also on this call. She is our mentor as well as our business partner, master astrologer, and has a lot of insight around the relationship between the cosmos and everything else, including the exchange of money. So we'll be talking a little bit about that, but really just want to give you all an introduction to this money market that we have been posting about, that you may have seen on our social media. So I'm going to share my screen because before we dive into the nitty gritty, I want to invite you all to consider an inquiry. And that is, how would you feel if you had total control over every aspect of your life? Just take a moment to really imagine what that would look like, what that would feel like if you had total control. You can even type in the chat if that's accessible to you. Any ideas? Let me open up the chat here about what you would do if you had total control over your life. What would that look like? I know for me, I would be able to travel whenever and wherever I want. I would be able to engage in a decent amount of philanthropy, so investing into my community, particularly purchasing housing for folks who do not have housing, reclaiming a lot of land and creating opportunities to engage with the land, grow food, right? That's what that would look like for me. Does anybody want to share? What would it look like? Or just maybe consider it to yourself in silence. Okay, so Portia says, creating a healing community. Absolutely, we need that. To be able to do that, we need capital, we need money. And I recognize there are a lot of folks, particularly in the medicine community, particularly in the healing community, who find it uncomfortable to want money. And there's a lot we can unpack around that. I'm not going to go into that, but I just want to validate, like, that's real. There is a sense of like fear, trauma, anger around the historical context of money. But I do want to say, money is energy. Money is not that piece of paper with a enslaver's face on it. That's one particular aspect that, the people who are manipulating us want us to relate to what I know from a place of truth is just energy. So if we can tap in to the relationship between, money, resources, abundance, that energy of it, and just like ignore, because paper money is going away anyway. So those bills with the enslaver's face on it, that's about to be irrelevant anyways. So we really need to align ourselves with the frequency, the vibration of, abundance, of money. Okay, Mia says, I'd love that too. Okay, regarding the healing community and land to live off of and have kids to grow up on. Absolutely. As land is being extracted from more and more, it's important that we, people who value, our relationship with the land and the organicness of it, make sure we put ourselves in a position to preserve that. And it's hard to establish that position of power without a certain amount of capital, right? So, good. So I'd like to go to this slide, actually. How do you talk about yourself? And what I mean by this is, how do you talk about what you're doing with your life? How do you talk about, your purpose? How do you talk about where you're going and where you came from, right? Is your narrative one of striving? Is it one of struggle? Is it one of perseverance? Is it one of resilience? Is it all the above, right? How do you talk about yourself? I know, I don't know about y'all, but I've been raised to, when I was in high school, right? The expectation is right out of high school, you go to college. There were no questions asked. You go to college. It don't even matter if you have a major. I fortunately knew that I was interested in biology and then eventually switched it to psychology. But a lot of people's parents don't even care if you have a major. As long as you get to college, as long as you get to university, whatever it is, that's the next step. There's really, for a lot of families, no critical consciousness around, well, what is the trajectory here, and what is the financial investment, and what is going to be the payout, right? So I know for me, I went to undergrad, got my degree in psychology, and then got a master's in somatic psychotherapy. And after those 8 years of after it was 7 years, after that 7 years of university, undergrad and graduate school, I am 6 figures in debt. Okay, a little over 200K in debt. All right. I know I'm not the only one. I literally just saw somebody post on Facebook that she has over $300,000 in loans, in student loans. Okay. And even if it's like 500, or even if it's like 50,000, 100,000, 300,000, that's a lot. And I went to school to be a therapist. I love my occupation. I love the role that I get to play. It is a huge privilege to be able to witness people in their highest vulnerability. And I will never get that payout of 200K back, right? My cap is pretty much like maybe 60 grand a year. Okay. So I wish somebody would have approached me to sit down and think critically, okay, is this worth it? Is there another avenue you can take to fulfill your purpose without having to get 6 figures in debt? And so what we're about to share with you will hopefully leave you with the answer, yes, there are other avenues to gain the capital you need to fulfill your purpose. All right, so 60% of people in the US and around the globe work for somebody else. So that means they're trading their time, their energy, their life force for money. They go to work, somebody tells them when they can pee, somebody tells them when they can eat, and somebody tells them when they can leave, right? There's really not a whole lot of power there. There's not a whole lot of control. It's different now because a lot of people are working virtually, but even then, for some folks, you have to log in, and they're tracking how long you're logged in to the platform to make sure you're working. Right? There's really no control over your schedule. Now we look, 35% of people work for themselves. These are the independent business owners, right? So you do have a little bit more power here. You can control your schedule. You can go to the bathroom, you can eat whenever you want without having to consult anybody. However, you're still trading your time for money. You're still trading your life force for money. You're still working for money. And I can tell you one thing, people with wealth have figured out a way to not have to work for money, to not have to trade their time for money. It's this law of least effort, right? You put in the least effort to get the greatest reward. There is a hack for this, all right? So that right there makes 95% of the market. Now, the other 5%, 4% of your business, 4% are your business owners. These are people who employ other people to trade their life force for your money, right? So you're basically making money off of a labor force. Okay, so somebody on this call mentioned the equivalent of being like a prostitute or I don't like to compare it to enslavement, but like on an energetic level, it kind of is, it is that in a way. You're trading your life force for somebody else to make money off of you. And they're not working as hard as you. That's the majority of people. That's 60% of the market are doing that. I can guarantee you that's also translated to the people on this call. 60% of the people on this call are trading their time so somebody else can make money off of you. All right. And then this 1%, these are people with the investor mindset. Most people do not reach this stage. Most people do not reach this stage of wealth. 99% of people do not reach this mindset where you learn how to make your money work for you. You don't have to employ anybody else. You don't have to trade your life force for anybody else. You can work from, your level of ethics. So you put your money in a position to keep making money. All right. The way to do that is to become an investor. So a lot of people are familiar with becoming an investor by purchasing land, by purchasing property, right? Multifamily homes, by getting into the stock market, by getting into the foreign exchange market. And this is the opportunity that I will be talking to you about, is the foreign exchange market, because it is the largest market on the planet and the majority of people have never heard about it. I didn't know what this was 3 months ago. It took our business partner and mentor, Amina, doing a call on building intergenerational wealth that I plugged into, that introduced me to this. And it just blew my mind. So I'm excited to share this with you. This is the part where you may want to take out your pen and paper and take some notes. Okay, so here we go. The foreign exchange market, also known as the Forex market. The foreign exchange market is the largest market on the planet. Why? Because it's trading between $5 and $7 trillion a day. Trillion. Like it says in the slide, that's 12 zeros. A lot of times, it can be hard to even conceive of what a trillion even looks like or feels like. We often need like images and memes. Maybe next presentation I'll bring one up so we can really understand the volume that's being traded on a daily basis. 5 to 7 trillion a day. So why I think one of the things that contributes it to being so much is that this market is open 24 hours a day. Unlike the stock market that opens at 9 a.m. Eastern, closes at 5 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, the foreign exchange market opens at 5 p.m. Eastern on Sunday and closes at 5 p.m. Eastern on Friday. Okay, so it's open 24 hours in between that time. Now, if you're trading cryptocurrency, which is also a part of the foreign exchange market, that's open 24/7. 24/7, you can trade whenever you want. So there's just more time to make money on your clock. You don't have to wake up at a certain time if you don't want to. You can do it around your schedule. So I want to show you, I was in our platforms conference all day today, and I learned so much, and I want to show you. Okay, this is a basic Wikipedia page, foreign exchange market Wikipedia page. If you want to check this out, feel free to search it. I just typed in foreign exchange. Okay, so if you look over here, top 10 currency traders. Let me back up, actually. Let me back up. Let me stop the share. Cut, rewind. What is foreign exchange? If you've traveled out of the country, you've probably participated in it manually, but basically, say you have 100 US dollars and you go to Mexico, right? You cross the border into Mexico, say you flew, as soon as you land in the airport, in the Mexican airport, you see a booth. Says probably foreign exchange. You exchange your US dollars, your 100 US dollars for Mexican pesos. Because the US dollar is worth more right now than the Mexican pesos, you're going to get a lot more Mexican pesos than you had US dollars. Okay, that's because that's the level of exchange. The US dollar is worth more than the Mexican peso. So when you trade, you get more pesos. Okay, now say you come back into the United States, you didn't spend any money, but the market shifted and you come back and you actually get 105 US dollars instead of the 100 you came in with. That's because the market exchange rate shifted in your favor and you actually made money off of that exchange. So that's what the foreign exchange market is. That's the manual version. Now we do it completely on our phones. It's 100% automated. And I'll just show you what it looks like on my phone. But if you see here, the market's closed right now, so everything's blue. But these are all the currency pairs, and I will go into that. And this is the chart. If I click here, this allows me to enter a trade, market execution, buy, sell. Let's see if it will adjust, the lighting will adjust. There we go. Oh, but hopefully you all saw it. My light is really bright over here. But buy, sell. Okay, this is how you enter a trade from your phone. That's why people are saying we making money from our phones. This is Wi-Fi money. This is what we're talking about. Okay, so now that you know what the foreign exchange market is, let me share my screen again and show you the main participants and give you a little insight on that, because a lot of people aren't going to talk about this part. Okay, so top 10 currency traders, percent of overall volume in June 2019. That was a little over a year ago, right? Number one, 9%, over almost 10% of the market, which is a lot because we're talking about a $5 to $10 trillion market. So 10% of that market is traded by JP Morgan, y'all. Okay. We got a Dutch bank, then we got Citibank, another bank, almost 8% traded by Citibank. I'm not familiar with these because I'm a US citizen and I don't know what these are, but I'm familiar with a lot of these US banks and corporations. Bank of America, little over 4.5% traded in this market. Then you got Goldman Sachs, exactly 4.5% traded in this market. So the main players are large banks and corporations. And let me tell you something. If you keep your money, if you keep a savings account, say you have $1,000 in your savings account. Now multiply that by 500,000 people around the world who use Bank of America. Bank of America is taking that money you have in your savings account and trading it in the foreign exchange market. And they are making trillions of dollars off of it. They're making billions of dollars off it. That's more of an accurate statement. They are making millions and millions of dollars off of it, period. So why not do the same thing your bank is doing and make your money make more money by investing it yourself? If you have, I suggest having 6 months to a year of liquid savings in your savings account for emergencies. But after that, if you have more than that, it makes no sense to just keep it in your savings account because your savings account is getting less than 1% dividend. Meanwhile, if you get a loan or you get a credit card, you're getting charged anywhere from 14 to 18% interest. So your money, your debt is going to be doubling every 4 years or less. Okay, so this is where the financial literacy comes in, and recognizing that you need to understand how to leverage your money so you can make money. Okay, so let me go back to my, feel free to drop any questions if around that in the chat. If you have any questions, let me pull up my chat. Looks like there's a couple. Okay, yeah, Dutch Bank is German. Okay, cool, thank you. Yeah, so we got a German bank is the second largest trader. All right, so these people, and I wish I would have pulled up the other thing that they showed us, but if you look up 10K form for any of these banks, you will see how much money they are making in the foreign exchange market because they have to report it. So you can see that they're making 23 million in any given day from trading your money that's in your bank account. All right, so definitely like I want y'all to hopefully have the mindset where eventually you can take advantage of this, because you can do the same thing, and I will show you how. All right, so I want to show you this chart. Now, this may look overwhelming right now, but if you invest in educating yourself about this, you may see lines, but I see dollar signs. All right, this is money, and you can see my little analysis, all right, of what I expect to happen in the market. And I learned that through an education platform that I'm a part of, a network that I'm a part of. But basically, I want to give y'all the basics. Okay, this is what's called a currency pair. This is the Great British Pound traded against the US dollar. All right, it takes, where is the market right now? Okay, it takes about 1.3 US dollars to make 1 British pound. This is the base pair, so this is compared against this. So it takes about 1.3 US dollars to make 1 British pound. So the US dollar is actually worth less than the Great British Pound right now. All right, and so as exchanges happen throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month and year, this moves up and down. I'm on the 4-hour chart. So each of these little what we call candlesticks, each of these bars represents 4 hours. Now I can go down to 1 hour, where each of these bars represents 1 hour. I can go down to 1 minute, where I can see what's happening in the market with the exchange rates every single minute. Okay, this is the same Great British Pound against the US dollar. These are just kind of like fractals of each other, right? So if I go up to a higher time frame, the 4 hours, it's like zooming out. You see how it automatically, the image actually did zoom out. But when I go to a lower time frame, I'm zooming in and I can see the details of what's happening in a minute way in the market. Okay, so based off of my analysis, I expect this to make what's called a head and shoulders shape. And a head and shoulders, this is the head, this is the left shoulder, this is the right shoulder. This basically, if you drew a trend line here, you can expect that after this right shoulder is made, the market is gonna go down and I can get in for a sell. Now, what's dope about the foreign exchange market that the stock market does not have is you can make money off of the value going up or down. Okay, in the stock market, you buy stock hoping that the value goes up. If it goes down, you buy more stock, still hoping the value goes up. Here, if the value goes down, as long as I get into the trade for a sell, I can make that much money. And let's see how many pips this might be. So a pip is each movement in the market. So you see how these decimals are changing? Each decimal change is called a pip, and we can make money off of pips. If I'm trading off of what's called a micro lot, this is the part you might want to write this down. If I'm trading a micro lot, then I'm making 1 cent per pip. So if you have 1 cent, you can get into this market, okay? You want to have more than 1 cent. It probably wouldn't let you with just 1 cent because you need something to risk. But you're trading 1 cent per pip, okay? Now, you can also trade what's called a mini lot. That's trading $1 per pip movement. And you can trade a standard lot, which is $10 per pip movement. So if it moves 100 pips and you are using a micro lot, 10 cents per pip, you make $1. If you're using a mini lot, 1 cent per pip, you make $10. Wait, no, you make $100. If you use a standard lot and the market moves 100 pips in your direction, you make $100. And that can happen within a 15-minute time frame. What other opportunity can you make $100 in 15 minutes? If you learn this skill, you will be making $100 in 15 minutes, period. Okay, I have done it. All right, so not on the 10, I've moved 100 pips in 15 minutes because I'm not trading on a standard lot yet because I need to build up my account before I do that. So that's called analyzing your risk to reward ratio, and there's a whole process around that. But say this market moves in the way that I expect it to, That's 165 pips. So I am trading on mini lots. So I would make $165 on this single market movement. All right. Say I make 3 of these trades in one day like this. I made $300 in a day. That's equal, if not more, than what most people make at their job by sitting on my behind, analyzing the chart and entering a sound trade. Okay, now I did go through an education process, so I have a certain level of confidence with my market analysis about what's going to happen in the market. Okay, so I want to get to the actual platform that I utilize. Let me check my time to learn all this stuff, to learn how to create these resistance and support lines, and you know what each of these movements mean, and how to predict where the market is going to go. All right. So Fiona and I are a part of a platform called I Am Academy. Okay. Just like any academy, any education platform, you have an enrollment, you have a tuition, and you take classes and you learn. You have mentors, you have teachers, you're engaging, you know, a lot of times on a daily basis. And you're really learning a skill that can get you to 6, 7, 8 figures, right? So you're investing in yourself in a way that I haven't found another opportunity that will get me to 6 figures, where I can invest, you know, a certain amount of money. Like I said earlier, and I was not lying, I can show y'all, I'm over $200,000 in debt. This is my debt, y'all. I'm not ashamed, because I know I'm not the only one. Okay, so just to put it in perspective, I'm making $60,000 a year as a therapist, pretty much living paycheck to paycheck. Okay, was it worth it? I love my education, but on a monetary level, on an economic level, hell no, it wasn't. I'll just be honest. So I invite you to ask yourself a similar question. How much have you invested in your education, and can it pay out what you need to fulfill your higher purpose? And what I do know is I Am Academy can, and I will show you why. So this is my trading, this is a trading plan. I'm actually not showing you my personal trading plan, but this is a trading plan. Okay, this is something that I got through the platform. I didn't have to make this up. There's an educator that provided this for us. And so, remember I showed you all the number of pips. So what they teach us is that you want to have a 5% risk to reward ratio, where you're risking 5% of your full account to gain 5%, you know, that day that you're trading. So you want to basically compound your account 5% every day, right? So say, for example, you invest $50. That's the minimum for most brokers. A $50 investment, that's it. Okay, so 5%, that's $2 for your first trade. Okay, you make $2 for your first trade, you're at 55. The calculation is already embedded in this. You will have access to this. Okay, so 5% every day. You can see that it compounds and it gets larger and larger, and that 250 eventually turns into $5, which eventually turns into $10, right? So you compound every day that you trade, and I color coded it for each month. Okay, so each color block is a month. So in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. In 1 year, that $50 you can turn into over 50 grand, y'all. How else could you do that? By trading in the foreign exchange market from your phone. You can turn $50 into 50 grand. And this is just what you can do in a year. Okay? You keep going down, say you don't take out any money because you're compounding based on this last amount, just 5%, it never changes. Look, 6 figures. It doesn't take long to go from 50 grand to 6 figures. That's like 2 months. That's less than 2 months at that point, say if you don't take any money out. All right, the job that you're doing right now, are you going to be able to get to 6 figures in 2 years? Liquid. Like, and I really want to know, like, put it in the chat. The job, the way that you are making money right now, can you get to 6 figures in 2 years? Liquid. Bueller, anybody in the chat? Y'all are shy. Let me know, because I want to know if there's another way to do this, to grow and compound your money this efficiently. If you put in the time to learn about it, I really want to know what that is, because I do not know of anything else. Right? Portia, what does that mean? No theft? You gotta explain to me what that means. But this is the trading plan. This is what we call a trading plan. This is what you go by. Say you trade this first day, you get your $2.50. You close your phone, you close your computer. You do not make any trades because you accomplished your trading plan for that day. Okay? This is where discipline comes in. This is where this process. Okay, thank you for that question. I'll answer that in a second. So this is where this process can test your discipline. You can keep trading and trading and trading, and eventually you're going to lose. So that's why you need to make sure you have a market analysis, you enter a trade confidently, and then when you make your goal, you close your computer, you're done for that day. Okay? So what are the taxes like? When say you have money in your broker, you have money in a currency within the exchange market, it's taxed annually as property tax. Okay? When you take your money out, it is taxed as regular income tax. So just like, you get an income tax taken out of your job, it's taxed as income tax. So that's what the taxes are like. Right. So it's property tax if you are holding a currency. So for example, say you invest in euros and you hold that. Okay, that's considered that will be taxed as property tax. Yeah, that's right. And take it out in its income. That's right. And that's for your gains. That's for your net gains. Okay. Yeah, thank you for your question. That was a really good question. Okay, so I just wanted to show you what's possible. Now, going back to the actual platform, what's amazing about this platform is you have limitless resources, okay? You have the actual curriculum. So I will show you what that looks like. Where is it? Okay, here we go. So this is my account, right? I have a package and I'm able to access my curriculum. Yeah, it wants me to log in again. And I'm going to go through this part pretty quickly, so let me know if you have questions. So you can see I have the curriculum. Now, this is a curriculum. I have a 100 series, Forex 101. What is Forex? 104 all the way down. What is a pip? What's a lot size? It explains everything. It gives you everything you need. And then you keep going down, you go into the 200 series. This is how to set up with your broker. This is how to enter a trade. This is how to start to do your market analysis. What is a trend? Support and resistance. Drawing support and resistance. Okay, that's what you saw. All these lines, these are support and resistance. When it goes up to this line and it doesn't pass it, that's because there's resistance. When it goes down to this line and it keeps going up, that's support. So it just basically explains all of that. That's how I learned through these videos. Keep going down, you got a 300 series, and then keep going down 400 series. So as you can see, this is when we start to get into, excuse me, into the patterns, the geometry. We have a tool called the Fibonacci sequence, drawing Fibonacci. So when we think about sacred geometry, that of course is alive in that is alive in these markets, because the markets are based off of human activity. It's based off of spending. It's based off of what humans are deciding for the banks to invest their money and take money out. So everything that has to do with nature coincides with sacred geometry, right? So we can actually map that out in the market. Not only that, there is an indicator, moon phases. Oh, let me get rid of this one so I can show y'all the moon phases. Check that out. Within MetaTrader, or within TradingView, it can show me the impact each moon phase is having on the market, right? So yeah, so the group that I'm in, the network that I'm in with Amina, who is an astrologer, we actually engage with the market through the lens of the cosmos as well. And of course, you know, the moon is called, it is part of the cosmos. So we definitely take this into account. We're still learning, but I just wanted to show y'all that it's so normalized, and it's an indicator on this platform. I didn't have to make this, it was already there. So people know, all right? Don't sleep on this. People know what's up. They know the connection. So I want y'all to know too, all right? So this is the curriculum. And not only that, what really makes this platform, this education platform, special is I can engage with 6, 7, 8-figure earners on a daily basis. And I am doing that. And what that allows me to do is to tap into the energy of the financial goals that I'm setting for myself in order to meet my personal goals and be able to get the land, like a lot of you are always saying, I know Amina wants to build a school, an astrology school. Fiona is creating these amazing geometric devices that are meant to protect us from anything that's vibrating low and keep our vibration high. I think of, like, you know, the ancient pyramids that were used to create to give people access to high vibration and keep their vibration high, their consciousness high, right? To be able to do any of this stuff, we have to have capital, period. Okay. And we don't have to beg rich people, which I have done. I have done fundraising, and I have shucked and jived for millions of dollars, and it didn't feel good at the end of the day. And that's a whole nother story. But by investing in ourselves, we can get our money to work for ourselves. So these are a lot of the educators. We have 6, 7, 8-figure earners who I can go and trade with live. So this is where the really key value is. This is where you're not going to get by just searching on YouTube to try to learn this. All right. So I can go on these live sessions, trade the New York session at 9 a.m. with Kevin Serrano. He's going to tell me what trades to enter. I'm going to enter them and make a bag real quick while learning myself. All right. This is essential. This can get you to multiplying your money immediately. This is what we want. Okay. So you can use these tools. You can use these resources, this platform, to get in real quick. You don't got to know everything. Okay. You just do what they tell you to do and learn as you go. They say earn as you learn, right? This platform is really set up for you to earn as you learn. All right. So in addition to the live analysis, we do have videos that you can tap into anytime. You know, each of these educators, let me go back. I have my favorite educators. So Manny, look, you can see he has various strategies. I can learn any of these strategies. There's so many. You just pick one that fits your personality and make a bag every single day, right? So, oops. All right. The last thing I want to show you in the platform, there's so many little nuggets. There's so much value that this has. Like I said, I went to the convention today, and these were all the talks. It wasn't, and that's not even like the edge of it. We've got Bob Proctor coming on this weekend. If you know him, he's literally somebody who built wealth by having a particular mindset, a wealth mindset. He talks a lot about this book, Think and Grow Rich. This is also amazing. Highly recommend this. For those of you who are serious about building capital, 90% of it is mindset. 90% of it is spiritual. And this talks about it. Okay. So now the last thing I'll show you, this is the next piece of value that I have for you all today, and that I'll end with, is our Discord. So we are part of a movement, a network called Money Moves Only. All right. So we share with each other resources. These are the people who I'm trading with, who aren't necessarily educators, but who are still making money in the market, have been trading for anywhere between, you know, they just started to like 5 years, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and we're all learning together. We get to learn about, you know, Ellie gives us signals that we can trade, that we can enter in, right? We, this is the group with, look, this is the flyer. This is a group with Mina. What's this new stuff? So we just share our videos with each other. We share resources. I just made a YouTube video about network marketing. And this is just a really great way to tap into the energy, to tap into the larger community, so you don't feel like you're trading alone. Okay, this is a community process. We learn and earn together. So let's see. Where's my, oh, there we go. Okay. All right. So this is the enrollment fee. So you can enroll in the Forex package or the high frequency education practice. I didn't go over that, but it's still foreign exchange. It's just based off the binary, off of time versus pips. Your enrollment for that is $234.95, and you get access to this curriculum only. So the Forex curriculum only, or the HFX curriculum only. It's the same for digital currency. We also trade digital currency. So you get access to this. Now, if you want to make a bag like tomorrow, and you have the resources, I would definitely suggest the elite package, because you get access to the foreign exchange, the high frequency, and the digital currency package, and all the apps that come with it. These are apps that tell you what trades to make and what time. Your phone buzzes, it tells you what trade to enter, you copy and paste the trade, and you make a bag. And there are educators who tell you what to do when you're in the trade, and how to, you know, how to enter it and whatnot. So these are how much they would cost separately, but when you have the elite package, everything comes with it. All right. So that's why that one's a little bit more, because you get everything. You want to get your investment back within that first month, if not sooner. Right. So now, after you pay the enrollment fee, you do have a monthly tuition. Okay. The monthly tuition for each single package is $174.95. The monthly tuition for the elite is $274.95. If you do not want to pay that, that's okay. We got a scholarship for you. All you got to do is enroll 2 people, and your monthly tuition is waived. So say you pay the $325 within that first, or yeah, $325 within that first month, and you enroll 2 people just because you're making money, and people are like, oh, I want in on this, like, put me on, what's up? And you organically enroll 2 people within that first month, you don't have to pay tuition again, or at all. Actually, you never have to pay tuition. As long as you have 2 people enrolled under you, you don't have to pay tuition. So we actually have a process in the Discord to help you get to 2 and free, to do presentations for you like this, so you can have that peace of mind. All right. So that's the 2 and free scholarship. Now, say you just go off and you're sharing this opportunity, people are into it, and you enroll 3 people, then the company starts paying you. All right. You hit what's called Platinum 150. You become an independent business owner within the platform, and the company starts paying you $150 a month. Say you help your 3 people get 3 people themselves, and you enroll 2 more people, or 3 more people. I think that's the right math. Then the company pays you $600 a month, and so on and so forth. Now, as you can see, I know I interact with people. There are people on this call who are making $1,000 a month in residual income. Okay, residual income is the key to wealth. That's something to write down. If you haven't written anything down yet, know that residual income and having multiple sources of income is how you're going to reach your financial goals, period. Working for it is not. Okay, you can, I don't know what else to tell you. Trading your time for money is not going to help you reach, you know, financial security, financial freedom, and intergenerational wealth, period. You need to have multiple sources of income, and you need to have residual income. Some of those income need to be residual income. Fortunately, this platform gives you an opportunity to make some residual income. So Platinum 1000, you have 30 people in your network. In your business, you're getting $1,000 a month. $2,000 a month, you have 75 people in your network. Now, say you enroll 3 people, and your 3 people enroll 3 people, and their 3 people enroll 3 people. All those people count for you. It don't have to be 30 personal enrollments. It doesn't have to be 75 personal enrollments. It compounds just like the market compounds. All right, just like you're compounding your trading account, you compound your business network, your business partners. So you rank up faster because you're helping your network, the people in your network, get their tune free. You're helping them break up to the IBO status, right? And all those people count for you as well. So Platinum 5000, you're making $5,000 a month. We have somebody I interact with on a regular basis, Rhonda, who is making $5,000 a month and is about to hit Chairman 10 or Chairwoman 10, where she's making $10,000 a month from the company alone. That's not including what she's making with trading. What's nice about this compensation plan is this residual income. If you don't have debt to pay off, you can invest it in the market. So you're investing your residual income instead of the income you're making by trading your time and your life force for money, right? So it may feel a little better, right? So a lot of people are trading a portion of this income in the foreign exchange market. And remember that chart I showed you where if you turned $50 into 6 figures in a year, in a little over a year. Imagine if you used $1,000 that you got from your residual income. You're making 6 figures in less than a year, period. I don't know any other opportunity that will set you up to be able to do this. So I hope that you're taking this seriously, you're taking notes, because I see people ranking up every single day. I interact with Chairman 25s, Chairman 10s, 50s, 100s. Cash the Great, who is all of our mentors who are in the business. He is a Chairman 100. He's making $100K a month from the company alone. All right. We interact with people who are Chairman 750. That's not even on this chart. They have to make a whole new chart because somebody has built their business that much to be a global business. Okay. So that's like the extra bonus to become a independent business owner within the company. You do not have to do that. You can trade. If you don't want to pay monthly tuition, you can get your tune free and not even worry about it. But I guarantee you, as people see you making money and compounding your account, they're going to want to join you. So why not make money off of it? You may suggest a restaurant, and a whole family goes to that restaurant to have the birthday party. That restaurant ain't going to pay you nothing. But here, if you suggest this platform to somebody, you will get compensated. Okay? Which I think is pretty dope because we do marketing for a whole bunch of establishments, clothing establishments, especially food establishments, and we don't get any type of compensation. We don't even expect it, which is, fine. But at least here you get that exchange of, something for your energy, right? So that is the presentation. So my last question for you is, what will you become? It's up to you. I've given you a window into what's possible. It's up to you to take the step, especially if it's out of your comfort zone. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. You can't change your situation if you don't do something differently. You have to do something differently you have to change to make a change. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation. I would like to now provide the opportunity for anybody who feels ready to make money tomorrow, let's go. If you're ready, put a 3 in the chat, because we are ready to launch you. We're ready to get you to this money. We want to get you to a point where you're making money within the next 24, 48 hours. If you're ready, let's go. And if anybody signs up right now, I will personally Cash App you, or whatever platform, $25 to start your trading account. You need 50 minimum, so you're already halfway there. Okay, so you need to have either 325 or excuse me, 225, 235. Let me go back over here. You need to have either 235, 234, yeah, 235 or 325 for the elite package. Okay, so if you're ready to invest that in yourself right now, put a 3 in the chat. We're ready. We can launch you tonight. Okay, I got a couple 3s. I got a couple 3s. Okay. We got some folks who are ready, so I will reach out to y'all. Okay, Jamera, you got something? What's up?
Hey, how's it going? So another amazing presentation by you. I just want to say I love the energy and I love everything you're doing. So anytime I hop in here, I'm going to go ahead and bring my energy as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put $25 towards the next person that signs up. I saw we have a couple of different...
Let's go. Yo, you have money to start your trading account right now. You don't have to do that initial...
You'll take care of the first person, whoever the next person is after that, I'll take care of them via Cash App. So I know we saw multiple 333s. I want to make sure everybody's taken care of. So I'm Platinum 2000 in the business, and I use my extra residual income to reinvest into the team and make sure everybody's winning. That's the community you guys are joining. We want to make sure everybody's winning, everybody's making money. So I just wanted to go ahead and drop that real quick and, you know, put my participation into the pot, and hopefully somebody takes advantage.
Okay. Okay, we got $50 on the table. I have lots of 333s. Okay, if you are somebody who dropped a 333, stay on the line and we will get you launched right now. Okay? All right, so what we're gonna do, okay, so let me reach out to you. Just give me a moment. But that's the end of the call right now. I just want to focus on getting the folks who are ready right now set up. So feel free to hop off the call if you are not one of those people, you know, no shade. When you're ready, and we will be here. But right now I want to give my energy to the folks who are ready. So thank you all for coming. Until next time, please reach out if you have any questions. I'm going to put my social media in the chat. Fiona, can you put your social media in the chat? And follow us, because we will be giving more nuggets, more education in our Instagram, in our social media. So definitely follow us. Other folks who are on the call, who are on our network, please put your social media in the chat, because this is a family affair. I want y'all to have access to as many resources as possible. Okay. Okay. So, Portia, you're one of the people. Can I start with you? So we can get you your money?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what we're going to do is Fiona is going to send you a link.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can walk you through that process. We can both walk